All right. Hello, citizens of the Nigelverse. It is Nigel here once again, and this is going to be another review. I told you guys a second one was coming, and it's a lot later than I thought it was, although the same can be said for a lot of stuff when it comes to the channel, but we're working on it. It's a work in progress. But I did want to get at least one more review out of the way before the month is over, as it is still my birthday month. So I wanted to kind of take a look at a match that's a little more near and dear to my heart, and review it for the purpose of the channel. And this match, I think, was one of like my earliest like singular match reviews. It wasn't my first wrestling review. That goes to No Way Out 2008, I believe, either No Way Out or I think it was WrestleMania 38. But this was also one of the earliest reviews I did, and it's been a little while. So, does this match still hold up? Even several years, not just several years after it first happened, but several years after I reviewed it. Truth be told, as if you need the answer to that, and I'm talking about Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero at WCW Halloween Havoc 1997, aka probably, in a lot of people's opinions, one of, if not the absolute best WWE matches of all time. Looking back at it for the purpose of this review here, does it still hold up? Let's find out. But of course, as always, I'm not professional wrestling reviewer or analyst or anything like that. Just a man who enjoys a good time, and I definitely had a really fun time going back and rewatching this match. And to answer the question I just posed, it very much does. It still holds up, still probably one of my personal favorites WCW matches. Is arguably probably one of, like, if you said this match was the greatest WCW match of all time, I don't think that many people would question it. Still, I am glad to be reviewing it for the purpose of the review, to take another fresh look at it. Now, you may be thinking, Nigel, because it's Halloween Havoc, shouldn't you probably have waited till October? And you know what? Truth be told, that's probably, like, under normal circumstances, I'd agree with you. And maybe there's a part of me that still very much does. But you know what? It's one of my favorite matches, one of the best matches. So why not look at it here for the purpose of the birthday month, especially here on the 21st of September. So go jam your Earth, Wind, and Fire. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, if you've seen these reviews of mine before, or even if you saw the No Way Out 2008 review, because it kind of, for the most part, follows the same rules, you kind of already know how this works. You have an idea of what to expect. However, if you are here for the first time, then welcome. But if you're returning, welcome back. But if you are indeed new here, what I do is I talk about the match. I talk about what I liked and disliked about the match. Nowadays, now that I'm a bit more seasoned of a reviewer, still not perfect, of course, but nobody is. But now that I'm a bit older, a bit wiser than I was so long ago. And I think I was still 21 when I first did that particular review. But pretty much, I'm going to be talking about what I like, dislike, and providing a little bit of backstory, kind of how we got here, some of the circumstances surrounding it. Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, very big rivalry, especially in WCW, who had been rivals. Of course, they were friends in real life, but rivals for quite some time. And in this match, Rey Mysterio's mask is on the line. So, if Ray loses the match, he loses his mask. I believe at this point his mask had been like ripped off of him and everything by Eddie Guerrero, because they do that trope often when it comes to Rey Mysterio, or really any other masked wrestler, but especially Rey Mysterio. Yeah, so Ray's mask is on the line, as is the WCW Cruiserweight Championship. So it's mask versus title, essentially. And the other thing it kind of uh, intersects and coincides with is Mike Snake's coverage on the history of lucha libre and kind of and especially the significance of masks in the libre culture. Apparently, it has been something they had been doing as kind of a series of sorts on WCW programming up until that point, which I think is a very smart move and very and a very well done move too. For those who are fans of it, they'll will recognize a lot of what Mike Snee and others are say about it, and they'll be able to really connect with it. For those who don't know and don't really know the history of the culture, I think having a deep dive into it, I think is really smart. So, very well done by WCW, and more specifically Mike Tenay. And it's to the point where in this match, it's something I really liked is Mike Tenay talks about the history, even in this match. It really puts over the history even in this match, while also putting over both guys, but putting over the significance of the match, how, or the mask, I should say, and the match, but specifically of the mask, saying how, when a wrestler loses their mask, as luchador loses their mask, it's seen as very embarrassing. And so to show that history and to really hone that in, and emphasize the importance of it in this match really helps with that sense of connecting the dots, and it really puts over the stakes of this match. Relatively, it makes it very high stakes when it comes to this match, which is very well done to put over the match. As for the rest of the match itself, even if Mike Tenay wasn't there doing that, the match kind of does it itself because this match is absolutely fantastic. It's hard to find. You'll be hard pressed to find a bad match involving either of these guys, but this one especially is fantastic. Just a little bit of everything in this match. There's some drama. There's some funny moments, especially with Eddie. There's some stiff moments. There's some moments that look gonna look a little scary. There's some great high flying. There's some great technical ability, just all kinds of good stuff when it comes to this match. And I think these two being friends and being familiar with each other allows them to work so well together. And we've seen it plenty of times when it comes to them in their careers, especially when they face each other, even especially once they face each other in WWE. But even in terms of this match, I think both guys did really well when it comes to that, and just so but every movement is so fluid and so beautiful, and it's just all kinds of like fun, quick paced action, and which really makes the things very exciting and really cool to see from both guys. Guys, and we do see Eddie rip the mask of Rey Mysterio here, in this match, which Rey does have. First of all, he has a really sick attire, but also, he does have the or the mask, I should say, attached to the bodysuit. So he has the bodysuit. He has the pink purple style bodysuit. It would very iconic look for Rey Mysterio, but the mask is attached to it. So essentially, the mask and the bodysuit are one piece. So the mask is like sewn on to the body piece. So it can be easily ripped off without ripping off the whole thing. And so Eddie's workaround is just, screw it, I'll just wrap the mask while it's on Ray's face, and he very much does so. Ray, he kind of getting the surprise kind of roll up on Eddie, to get the win, and a very surprising ending, but it adds to the unpredictability of it. Eddie does attack Ray afterwards, though, but Ray still emerges victorious and wins the title. So, yeah, very fantastic match. And really, I'll be honest, no amount of words can do it justice. If you haven't watched this match, highly recommend you watch it. If you have watched this match, I highly recommend you watch it again because it is that good. And something even more fascinating was because I believe, like, when I first reviewed this match, this was before Dominic Mysterio's heel turn, and It's when he was still teaming with Ray. Hey, that being in 2022. He was still teaming with Ray. He was still just Ray's son. But then seeing this match, I saw a lot of the mannerisms of Dom in Eddie here. So you could tell Dom very much inspired by his uncle Eddie. And it's very evident in this match, especially as Dom continues his career and continues to evolve in himself. And I imagine he probably looked back at matches like this to really help out with that. If I had to find something to nitpick, like some of those scary moments, such as like when Ray like crashed to the floor, I believe after Eddie Guerrero drop kicked him if I'm not mistaken, they did look a little scary. But that's kind of the nature of the beast, and really that's a small nitpick in the grand scheme of things. Fantastic match. Do I think it's the best match in WCW history? It might be. I obviously haven't seen every match in WCW history because that would take quite a while. But I have seen plenty of great ones, and this is very much this is very high among them in terms of quality. But nevertheless, that's going to do it for this review. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, turn on those post notifications so you know every time I upload a video so you never miss an upload. And let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on this now review. And me now taking a look back at this match after so many years. Did you enjoy the review? The original's still up if you want to check it out if you're curious, but let me know your thoughts on this review here. And in the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys later. Peace.